Child, Ashanti has been fighting for her life since her man decided that it was a good idea to perform at the presidential inauguration. He has been getting a lot of smoke, not only from fans, but also people in the industry who have called him out for being a spineless sellout who couldn't stand on business. Just when we thought that the backlash was starting to die down and everyone was getting over it, singer Janelle Monae tore into him big time on stage, putting him on blast on stage for betraying his own people. Well, Nelly's wife Ashanti doesn't seem to be a big fan of Janelle coming for her man like that, and it looks like a feud is about to break out between these two women because Ashanti does not play about her man. Okay, so y'all already know that Nelly has been facing intense backlash after it was revealed that he had agreed to perform at Trump's inauguration. The event featured a lineup stacked with well-known artists, including country star Carrie Underwood, opera singer Christopher Macchio, patriotic anthem singer Lee Greenwood, and classic acts like The Village People and Billy Ray Cyrus. Kid Rock's inclusion came as no surprise, given his vocal support for Trump over the years, but the real shocker for many was the participation of both Snoop Dogg and Nelly. While the entire lineup sparked conversations, Nelly and Snoop bore the brunt of the outrage, especially within the black community. Fans accused them of turning their backs on their roots, calling their decision a blatant sellout move. Many pointed out that performing at an event tied to an administration widely criticized for being and anti-black sent the wrong message, particularly from artists who had built their careers in hip-hop, a genre deeply rooted in black culture and resistance. To be fair, every election cycle comes with its fair share of celebrity-fueled drama, but Nelly's decision to perform at Trump's inauguration took things to another level. Many saw it as more than just a gig. It was viewed as an outright endorsement of a president whose policies and rhetoric had been widely criticized, particularly within the black community. Almost immediately, speculation ran wild. Some questioned whether Nelly had secretly been a Republican all along, while others assumed that he was broke, suggesting he had no choice but to take the check. It didn't take long for Nelly to address the controversy. He hopped on a live chat with Willie D to set the record straight, shutting down the rumors about money trouble. According to him, his performance had nothing to do with a paycheck. Instead, he defended his decision by emphasizing his love for the country and his respect for the office of the presidency, regardless of who was occupying it. But fans were not buying this and they dismissed it as BS.
Office, out of respect, they give their life for the love of this country. I love this country as well. It is an honor for me to perform for the president of the United States, regardless of who was in office. If President Biden would have asked me to perform, I would have performed. If Vice President Kamala Harris would have won and asked me to perform, I would have performed. I did a thing with Vice President Kamala Harris. Could have been last year, a year or two ago, a Juneteenth event. I respect the office. It wasn't politics. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was an honor for me to do it.
Considering the backlash that you received for agreeing to this performance, right?
But I've been getting backlash. I've been getting backlash the whole career.
But this particular backlash is different. Right. How do you reconcile your artistic choices with the diverse political beliefs of your fan base?
That's my fan base. If my fan base really have a political belief, right? Here's the thing. Like, I agree in family first. I believe in family first. Period. Family before politics. Family above and beyond.
Nelly doubled down on his stance, insisting that his decision had nothing to do with politics. To him, performing at the inauguration wasn't an endorsement of Trump himself, but rather a recognition of the office and the country as a whole. But again, many fans were not buying what he was selling. To a lot of fans, it didn't matter if he admitted it or not, because his presence at the inauguration helped normalize an administration that had actively harmed minority communities. And fans accused him of willingly tarnishing his legacy for a moment in the spotlight.
Money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist. And here's the thing.
Child, he should have just stopped talking because that last part got him dragged for filth. Fans wasted no time calling him out, accusing him of turning his back on his black supporters just for a little attention. The conversation quickly shifted from his so-called patriotism to whether he was really just in it for the money. And let's be real, Nelly's had a wildly successful career. Even if he wasn't stacking checks like he used to, he should still be living comfortably. So at first, the idea that he might be struggling financially didn't make much sense. But if you know anything about gambling addictions, then you know how easy it is to become broke in the twinkle of an eye. While a lot of celebrities stay silent, a couple of the bolder ones have called him out for his betrayal. For example, Kelly Rowland made her stance clear when she blocked Nelly from performing their hit single Dilemma at the inauguration. This shouldn't be surprising because Kelly proudly showed her support for the Democrats in the last election.
Where we grab back the pen from those who are trying to write an American story of division and hatred. A moment when we grab back the pen from those who are trying to write an American story of misogyny and racism.
So Nelly should have known that there was no way on earth she would have signed off on him performing the song because it would have looked like she was endorsing his action. Kelly was not the only one who spoke out because comedian DL Hughley also has something to say about it. Hughley took IG to express his thoughts, writing, "Wow, that's what we doing? Trump prompting up white supremacy isn't just in his past, Nelly, it's who he still is today." This man called Daniel Penny a hero. He still stands behind his opinion of the exonerated five. Haitian people eating the dogs, they're eating the pets, that was months ago. He doubled down on it. Multiple people on his staff said he uses the N-word. Come on, bruh. Sometimes it's better to say nothing. DL didn't stop there, and he also threw shade at Snoop Dogg, reminding everyone that he had already called this kind of move out years ago. He posted an old clip of himself questioning what kind of self-respecting black artist would ever perform for Trump, making it crystal clear that he hadn't changed his stance.
Nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass is gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the one of you Uncle Tom ass for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? I was the one that performs for him.
He went on to write, "For those who keep asking, he performed last night, so he's not going to pull a stunt on a stage and say something bad about Trump. This is done. I'm sure he's been paid. He's got his money and he's walked away. And if you don't believe this is true, just Google Snoop Dogg performing for Trump. It's literally that easy. There are 2 images in my stories of him performing last night. This was in 2016 and it just makes me sad. What happened? What is that orange vat of grease promising these artists?" And it's not like just the left is mad at Snoop. Nelly, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy. MAGA is mad at him for performing as well. This is the most bipartisan stuff I've ever seen. If we could get this much community together to fight for sensible bleak legislation and to pizza off the internet, imagine how strong we would be. He then went on to point out how Nelly and Snoop were being weaponized by the administration against their own people. He said, "So no Waka Flocka, no Kodak Black, no Lil Pump, none of them show him the genuine boss ninjas got asked to perform. I'll tell you why. FYI, all those artists have also aligned themselves with the Trump administration." DL then went on to continue his thoughts in the caption, writing, "You want to know why no Waka Flocka, no Kodak Black, no Lil Pump? Because they already served their purpose and they don't move the needle. It wouldn't make waves for them to perform because they've been sold out." He continued, "They want someone that won't scare the white folks. How many black folks did you see in that audience? There's a reason why some of us were in the house while most of us were in the field. Power, it says something when you can make a man who spoke out against anyone willing to perform for you, go against his own words and put on a show for you. One of the biggest flexes ever. I guess the price was right." Yeah, let's just say that black artists don't really like Nelly and Snoop that much right now. But while Snoop was smart enough to keep his mouth shut and his head down, Nelly's continuous rants just made things worse for him, which probably explains why Janelle Monae went off on him at an after-party performance at the Grammys. Well, fans are completely on her side and they commented, "She's always been outspoken and bad A. The industry needs more like her. Drag that man again for me, Janelle." And this other person asked Janelle to watch out for Ashanti, saying, "B, Ashanti will smack you the F off that tightrope. Keep playing." Child, Nelly did himself dirty with this one, but y'all let me know how you feel about this. So drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.